No, we have these expectations in our Black community right now that I think are very unrealistic on both sides.
Absolutely.
And I think the most unrealistic is that like women expect men to come as these ready-made leaders, and men expect women to come as these ready-made nurturers. But we all know that majority of us is coming from broken homes, and niggas never seen a man lead a woman, and women typically have seen a woman be independent and have to be a man and a woman at the same time. Yep. So she don't know how to play this role. But even though we know this because you grew up, not you, but a woman might have grew up with a brother who she saw not have a man in his life, but you expect every nigga you meet to come better than ready-made.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then the same thing with the boy that grow up seeing his sister not have the right influence, but you expect every woman to come ready-made. And we don't have patience with each other, even though we know that most of us grew up in broken homes.
Just different.
All right, so I'm scrolling down the timeline on Facebook the other day, and I come across this post. The post says, "How is marriage too big of a commitment, but having a child together isn't? Y'all wild." I feel like this post, it sounds good on the surface, but it doesn't really make sense when you dig a little deeper into it and think about marriage and how we have this. I think we misinterpret what marriage really is for our generation, and I don't think we acknowledge how bad of a product that it is.
Okay.
And how unreliable marriage actually is. And I think you're the perfect person to talk about it because you're about to get married.
Facts.
Right? Which it could be a great thing.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's going to be a great thing.
But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about your views on marriage as you were finna step into it. We're going to talk about my views on marriage. We both have married parents who are still married, so we're going to talk about that as well. And yeah, that's what we're talking about, marriage. All and right. I was married too.
You were fucking married for 10 fucking years.
I could coach you.
Don't think that your marriage is the type of advice that I would want, but you guys lasted 10 years and that's cool.
Welcome back to Sarah Rosen Podcast. Cam is here, obviously. We have a full house today. It feels like 2021.
Woo!
Jody's here. Who we got right here? What's this? Boogie. Boogie's here. What's up, Boogie?
Boogie's here.
He's not gonna do the killer cock round. He forgot his.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Real's here.
Yeah, I was letting you get your introductions off.
Precious here. My boy in the back that looked like Real. I forgot your name, bro.
Are we gonna do this every time?
And my nigga Ego here. Bro, dude looks just like Real.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Siri?
He do look like Real, bro.
They're not fucking related.
Okay, I ain't saying they're related.
Yeah, but like you saying it makes it seem like damn, like yeah, your cousin look just like you.
Are they cousins?
No.
Oh, all right.
They're not cousins.
Cut.
You just
At least we don't know if they are. Niggas be related and you won't find
the
out.
east side small.
Until you at the barbecue. Folks not from the east side.
Oh. So y'all really like doppelgangers.
Y'all can't be cousins.
Doppelganger. Fatio doppelganger in the hood is insane.
Not one of the most.
My doppelganger could be a rival.
That's crazy.
Like, damn. I need my doppelganger to be in fucking
y'all crazy,
Amsterdam, Australia, some
Hey,
shit.
Jody, let him see your glasses. I'm just trying to see something.
He acting crazy.
Oh, my God. This shit.
All right.
I'm glad it's no camera.
Damn it, man.
But today,
Killer Cox around the clock.
Killer Cox around the clock.
All right, fuck it. Let's do it, man.
You got anything going on as far as the drinks now, Cam?
To be quite honest with you, I actually do. So I've been back selling, really for the holidays, just trying to veer my shit and see. But honestly, guys, I'm about to quit my job.
Oh.
So I'll be able to focus more on my life. And the things that make me happy.
Is this housewife vibes?
Yeah, it is actually.
Oh shit!
My man definitely encouraged me to quit my job. So,
this is nice. I fuck with this. Taking it back to the 70s.
And I mean, to be honest, guys, I love my job because I love what I do. But it's like what I do is not tied to my job. Like I can do what I do.
Can we come to the wedding?
For sure.
Okay, cool. Don't tell me for sure and I don't get an invite.
I definitely would not do that.
Okay,
like
cool.
y'all actually gonna have like a section. Like y'all
the
all sit
feminists
at the
finna
table
cancel you.
together. The FC section for sure. Y'all gotta sit together and
Why can't I sit with your cousin or something?
You know exactly why. And yeah, and like y'all gonna be the loudest.
Why we gotta be the loudest? We have to be the loudest, is what you're saying? Or we're gonna be the loudest?
No, y'all gonna be the loudest.
So we louder than your family?
When I put all y'all together.
Are you the loudest in your family?
No.
So we
And
definitely
that's
not louder
crazy to
than your
say
family
something,
because you
man.
top 2 here.
You know what? First of all, who's number one? Jody.
That one. What the fuck is you talking about?
True. Okay. Well, because Boogie and Jody are gonna be at the table, y'all for sure gonna be the loudest.
For sure. And TJ.
I don't even really be that loud.
And then it's open bar.
When TJ
so,
and Boogie combine, they do they Go Tinks Goku shit. They get loud as fuck, bro. Like they get
do they
OD.
what? Do it again.
They love. They do their fusion shit. Get to arguing and shit. They be loud as fuck in this bitch. Like
I can shut the fuck up because I'm like,
Me and
can't
CJ,
get
crazy.
man. Listen, can't even compete with that
but bro,
shit,
it's
like-
crazy though. Me and this nigga be arguing though.
You and real?
Me and this nigga really be
Man, y'all
arguing.
stay
Like, on a
arguing.
day-to-day basis.
Y'all will
Like,
argue through text, and that'd be the funniest shit ever, just with the back and forth. I can put my phone down, come back to 15 messages, and it's just y'all.
It's
going back and
always a
forth.
debate
I'm
debacle
like, gee,
going
this
on.
is some real brother best friend shit. Like, this is crazy.
Always a debacle going on.
debacle.
oh god. Hey, all right, so to this marriage shit, right?
Yeah.
First of all, the feminists finna be on your ass
Mm-hmm.
for quitting your job
Okay.
and being a housewife. They're super anti that.
Facts.
Jody's a feminist. I don't know how she feels about you quitting your job. We don't got to go there right now.
I feel like Jody, we have the same views.
But she's a
So
feminist.
in regards to me quitting my job, Jody wouldn't work for anyone. So she's down for me in that regard. And I know if a nigga came in Jody's life and funded her for the things that she wants to do on the side,
She'd stop being
would
a
be
feminist?
more than welcome. She's a feminist in ways that men don't.
So she like a lesbian. Like she not really. You know, them gay
Oscar
girls don't really
Rose
be gay.
O'Donnell.
They just mad at niggas right now.
No, I feel like Jody is a feminist in the regard that like she wants her own
man.
shit. Like she got her own goals, she got her own dreams. She's building a whole company, her own self. That means if she gets with a man and they get married and they leave, he can't have any of Jody's dreams. Like he can't have any
But
of
if
that.
she get with a man and stop doing what she doing, then she can't be. A
She's
feminist
not gonna
no
do
more.
that.
Not an alleged Whoopi
She's not gonna do
Goldberg.
that.
I'm not gonna. You know
That's why I said like in this
That's what I'm saying.
regard,
She
like
gonna
we
be anti
align.
you.
But I'm finna have businesses too. The fuck, I want a Jody's dream,
Okay.
Killer's dream. Fuck you talking about? Like I got Killer's
Killer's
cocktails.
dream.
I'm trying to birth shit.
I
Like
love that
shit.
name.
I got shit
All right,
to
cool,
do that
cool.
I need more time.
So the feminists
to
not
focus
gonna be on your ass. They don't have to be on your ass.
Right, they don't got
cancel
to.
you.
It's just that I don't want to work for anyone else. I'm watching somebody else build their shit from the ground up right in front of me, and I'm not reaping many benefits of it.
Yeah, we anti-feminist here. That was the point. Of what I was saying.
fucking laugh.
I'm just saying. But about this marriage shit
What is
though.
he
Yeah.
saying?
So in this status, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about? What's your reaction to this status? Again, I'm gonna read it again. It says, "How is marriage too big of a commitment, and y'all having kids together? Y'all wild." What do you feel about that?
I just don't. I mean, at the end of the day, marriage is a decision. Like, this is something that you have to decide to do, go through with, and hope that it works out. I just feel like having a child is a completely different thing. Like, people don't always decide to get pregnant. So you really don't know what you're faced with until you're faced with it. And then comes into play, like, do I want to have a child by this person? If I don't, can I deal with having a child and knowing that this person's not going to be around? If I can have a child with this person, that's going to be up for conversation. But what if y'all don't want to get married? That's a whole nother ordeal. So I just feel like it's kind of like in two different playing fields. People only correlate it because people wanted to like put emphasis on the fact that you should have children only when you're married.
Yeah, I think this is what we taught. We taught to correlate the two, but I don't. I think in reality, it don't really work like that way.
It rarely ever works that way.
Because most pregnancies are unintended. The vast majority of pregnancies, and there's no such thing as an unintended marriage. You can't get married on
You
accident.
cannot get married on accident. So
I think Jody will pull it off. She'll
it's just
find a way to get married on
on
accident.
some drunk shit, off the drug shit, and like, damn, wake up and be like, I fucking married this nigga. Yeah.
It's
But
still
like
not
on some
accident.
real decision making shit, like that's not something that you can mistakenly do.
Exactly. And I think that's what it was for me. Is like, you know, marriage is intentional. Having kids most of the time, especially for men, it isn't. Because somebody will argue like, okay, the pregnancy might be unintended, but you still have to decide to have a kid. That's not usually the man's decision.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So it's like men in most cases aren't, when they choose to have sex, they aren't committing to a
Having a
pregnancy.
baby.
You know what I'm saying? It might even be explained like, hey, I don't want a kid. And we agreeing that we finna have this raw sex and not have a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then
now,
when
when it
it's in
happens,
front,
she might change her
It's totally
mind.
different.
So that's not a commitment, you know what I'm saying? Especially on the man part. But marriage has to be a commitment on the man part because we got to propose. So
Absolutely.
I just think the status for that reason, like when you really dig into it, it's not valid. It don't really make sense.
Right. But on the
ahead.
other side, I think that in the way that it does make sense is I think what people, or whoever said it, I should say, is saying is like when you have a kid, this is like something that you never get to get away from. Like I've spoken on here enough about my situation with my child's dad. So like that's not something that I'll ever like detach from. Like I'm always connected to him because we have a kid together. It doesn't end at 18. It doesn't end like when my baby gets her own family. Like it doesn't end at all. So I think in that regard, they're saying like, damn, motherfuckers will lock in to have to deal with a person for the rest of their lives that they wouldn't marry.
I think it's a less risky commitment to have a kid because my kid is always going to be my kid. Like you just said, you might not always be my wife.
Right. And I think that being able to get out of the marriage is the comparison that they're making.
But getting out of the marriage is detrimental, is what I'm saying. Like,
Touché.
my kid always gonna be my kid. I'm always gonna love my kid. I might not always love you. I'm always going to give my kid everything I have as well. I might not want to give you everything I have one day, but now I have to. You get what I'm saying?
You saying
like,
when it's all over type shit?
Yeah, like if the shit end, now I have to give you shit that I don't want to give you. We have to go through this whole process.
That's not always
I'm never
true,
gonna have to
though.
go through that
Like
with my
so
kid.
many men put emphasis on divorce when it means that like a woman's gonna take all their shit, and like that's not always the case.
It's not always the case, but it's who wants to run the risk though. That's what I'm saying. It's like you don't know before it happens. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and we got a lot of this shit out right now where women be like, y'all don't have shit to get half of, all this bullshit. I don't even think women understand how that shit really works though. Because even if a nigga don't have shit now, you get whatever he gets during that marriage. So if my mom dies and leaves me her house, shit is half yours. That's fucked up. My mom don't even like you. And now you can have a crib
Well,
because we was married, and we get divorced. Now we got to split my mama's house, like that shit, or whatever inheritance that I get from my grandmother that might have passed, my uncle that might have passed, my grandfather, my parents, whatever. Like it's a lot that go into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what a nigga have or don't have at the moment that they get married, especially if you're looking at a long term marriage. But I think the other part of it is that marriage is not reliable as we make it seem. Like the status to me kind of implies also that if you get married, it's this sense of security around this relationship to foster raising this child.
right.
And I don't think that that's true. If I gave you so like we just talked about the divorce rates before we turned the cameras on, the divorce rate is like at 56% right now, right? And then if you factor in again how many marriages are unhappy
That are not getting divorced.
Yeah, because we make the mistake of measuring the success of a marriage by how long people stay together, even though the marriage might be fucking horrible.
So true.
So marriages, just because the marriage failed, don't mean it ended. It just failed, and I think that's worse, right? So if we was to guesstimate the percentages of marriages that we think are failed, what would you say?
Failed and still in it, like
And still
during
in
this
it.
day and time.
Yeah,
I would say maybe 15, 20.
15, 20. So
Yeah.
let's go with 20.
I was gonna say 25.
Okay.
So if you take the 56% divorce rate plus 20% that's failed and still together, that's 76%. So if any product in the world was like, hey, this shit is gonna fail 76% of the time, no one would buy that shit.
For sure.
Right? But we still looking at, you still got people saying that like making statuses like this, like as if marriage is like this guaranteed thing that if you have a child, if you get married and then have a child,
That it's gonna work out.
it's
and gonna be
good. Like, you know what I'm
And
saying?
I think that that's kind of the disconnection that people have too. Like, people do need to look at marriage deeper and see what it's really about, because this surface level idea of it, where it's just like it's gonna work out, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I see the mindset with women a lot on the internet, like with them like making marriage the staple, like it's the end all be all. Like there's like, oh, fuck being a baby mama, like you hoes will never get married, and it's just like, baby mamas get treated the exact same as some wives when they asses have kids. And here you have a good husband, but not a good dad. So it's like that a ring doesn't matter. Like getting married doesn't automatically make the situation 100% successful.
Absolutely. And I think that that's like the biggest issue around it right now is that we have like this false idea of what it really means, because it can be terrible, it could be great. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about what we saw growing up as far as marriages. Let's tell our parents' business.
So honestly, I saw growing up especially, I saw a great idea of marriage. Like I saw a great example of marriage, partnership.
Your dad looked like he treat women well though.
I love her.
He got a ponytail.
He doesn't have a ponytail anymore, but
What he got now?
He cut it off.
He got like a haircut like
So
yours?
they're just like little curls. No, his hair would never lay flat like that.
He got the Albie Shore right now.
Yeah, he's got like little curly hair. Yeah.
For sure. And his name Gino.
Yeah.
So
Same
it's like,
Gene, but yeah.
a nigga with a ponytail named Gino. He's
That's
treating,
cool ass.
Smooth
nigga.
guy
yeah.
for sure.
He's a smooth nigga.
Smooth guy for sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But yeah, I saw a great example of partnership. The right amount of compassion, shit.
sure.
Right amount of just love, like them equally taking care of us, equally having like their own duties in regards to us spending time as a unit. Shit, it was great.
For sure. And your parents was a lot older when they had you.
Facts.
So they was
My
like,
mom was damn near 40.
so how many years into their marriage was they?
You ain't pee on yourself a lot, did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't actually. I actually
The gum, yeah, spit your
was
gum out.
a weird kid. Like I learned a lot of shit early. But what did you ask me? Fucking gum.
I said, how far into your...
Oh, they were married already for like 11 years.
When they
12
had you?
years. Mm-hmm.
So your parents married your whole life.
Yeah,
That's dope.
absolutely.
That's
They
dope.
are already there. They just made 40 years.
So it was a great
Damn,
example of what you
adopted
saw.
story.
Yeah,
Okay. And they,
for sure. I didn't start like knowing about or I guess I could say knowing about my parents' issues because I mean I rarely saw them. Like I don't think I saw my parents argue for real until I was maybe like 22.
for sure.
23.
You
And it was
got
like
a
at
nice
that point,
life.
like get the fuck out my at that point, like get the fuck out of our crib anyway. We probably been waiting to argue. Like, you need to get out. So I'm in they shit and they're like, yeah, they're having like some issues after that long, like, you know.
Yeah. So, but you saw a lot of functional shit growing up, like
Definitely.
in your preteen years, like, yeah, before your brain fully developed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I
sure.
saw shit that was like, oh shit. Like this is the shit that I don't know. I guess even with the way that people view marriage today, that still has me like, oh, that's cool. I'm still gonna do it.
For sure. And I think that's dope. So the guy that you married, what was his dynamic like? Was he?
No,
was his parents
so
married?
no, his parents actually, it's crazy. His parents were married. His father passed away, but up until that point, his parents were still married.
Which right? Okay. That's
So
dope.
he also had a great example of marriage. But he did not have the same views of marriage as me. He did not want to get married.
You finessed this nigga.
I don't think I had to do that, but
What did you do?
I didn't really do anything.
What it sounds like.
All right. So Cardi B had the famous "I don't cook, I don't clean. Let me show you how I got this ring" line, and we see how that's working out for her right now.
Facts. She's on the
Right.
line crying on the internet
Yeah.
about losing her husband.
Shit
And
is
then
crazy.
now she said she gave him some coochie on New Year's. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
So what did you do to get your ring?
I won't. I cannot even say like that I did something. I just think that what I honestly think happened is I think that, first of all, the cliche answer is like I don't think that he ever dealt with the woman that he saw could be a wife,
Okay.
first and foremost.
There's not a lot of them out here.
Right. Exactly.
So odds are that you're correct.
Exactly. So I think that kind of like
99%.
tied into like, damn, this might be pretty cool. Like I saw my mom do this. Like this
Right.
is not something that's completely abnormal for me. And then I think it was just the nurturing that kind of did it. Like it's like you could be with anybody. Like you could be with hella bitches. Like you could hop around. Like you could do, or you could like have a home. Like, and it's just like that's your choice as a man.
Yeah.
If you don't want that, I don't have to deal with you. Like, I can go find somebody who wants that. I don't think that I had to really do convincing aside from just being who I know that I wanted to be as a wife.
That's tough alarm, man. What's that alarm for? Nigga, it's 8 o'clock, freaky guy.
This nigga say this every time at 8 o'clock. It'd be the same alarm to go off every time.
Damn, fucking jerkins, man.
Freaky guy is crazy. Like, what the hell?
Alarm to whack off is crazy. Like, that's some wild shit. That's some wild shit.
But yeah, so it's just
I can't
like,
say it's a bad organization is good in every aspect though. But go ahead.
He's talking about it actually is.
Intentionality.
But yeah. So he didn't. I just think that it was like his view on marriage changed because shit, like, damn, I can actually see this woman being my wife.
I think it's dope that y'all both seen it. I always say that, for men, we have these expectations in our black community right now that I think are very unrealistic on both sides.
Absolutely.
And I think the most unrealistic is that, like, women expect men to come as these ready-made leaders. And men expect women to come as these ready-made nurturers. Mm-hmm. But we all know that majority of us is coming from broken homes. Mm-hmm. And niggas never seen a man lead a woman. Mm-hmm. And women typically have seen a woman be independent and have to be a man and a woman at the same time. Yep. So she don't know how to play this role. But even though we know this because you grew up, not you, but a woman might have grew up with a brother who she saw not have a man in his life, but you expect every nigga you meet to come better than ready-made.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then the same thing with the boy that grow up seeing his sister not have the right influence, but you expect every woman to come ready-made. And we don't have patience with each other, even though we know that most of us grew up in broken homes.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And there's no leadership academy. There's nowhere to go for men to learn how to lead women. Like, the only places men learn leadership is on basketball courts, football fields, and sports, fucking corporate offices. But those are men leading men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where do you go to learn how to lead a woman? Mm-hmm. If you ain't see that shit in your household, it's gonna be hard for you.
Yeah, and I think that that's like another reason why I'm looking forward to marriage too, because like due to the fact that we did see healthy and stable homes, I think that didn't make neither one of us come ready made.
Yeah.
It just made us see things differently.
Yeah.
So, but it makes us more patient in regards to like knowing that because we both saw that. Because imagine me seeing that in my home and he didn't.
Yeah.
I would be like, what the fuck? Like, why don't you? Like, that's the situation that a majority of men and women end up in. Yeah. Like this woman who did come from a good, happy home, dealing with this man who didn't have father figures, didn't have whatever, and she's trying to change him.
Yeah.
Versus like understanding why like he needs, I don't want to say be built because that sucks, but men need to be taught stuff when they wasn't raised right. That's it.
And I don't even want to imply that if you had your father in your household with your mom that he was leading the household, because he might have not been leading the household. I respect my father. Shout out to my dad, but at the same time, I don't really feel like that's why I learned that from. I feel like I saw it in another marriage when I moved with my cousin. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And saw him in his situation, but with my dad's situation, it wasn't that. Like, and I see a lot of women, a lot of men, when we talk about logic versus emotions and shit. And it's like, oh, women lead with their emotions and niggas be mad as fuck, like, damn, like in these arguments, but it's like I saw a nigga navigate that with his wife and that shit just wasn't, and like just shut that shit down respectfully every time, like really lead his household. And then I saw growing up, like with my parents, like my father used to run from shit. Like they get into it, this nigga finna go drive, he finna go for a drive like for hours. I think.
You think? I think that's what he was doing anyways.
And
I think he went for a drive.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was no.
And I'm not gonna lie. If your parents are, if you're saying, I'm not gonna
driving
lie.
Is crazy.
If you're saying that this is what used to happen, and your parents are still together, he was not going for a drive.
Not driving.
I mean, one time I went with him and we really just drove around.
Well, yeah, that was the one time. Yeah. Like that was the one time he actually, the first time he seen the neighborhood for real. Like
he couldn't take the rag.
He say, "Fuck it, son, let's go." But those other times, oh no, he was getting a ride.
Yeah, he would come back to the same argument he left from. So it didn't really work. So
no solving.
Yeah, so I think that we gotta have more grace for each other in that regard if we ever gonna get back to long-term relationships. Absolutely. Not even marriage. I ain't even pushing that. But if we ever gonna get back to long-term relationships, we have to have enough grace to say, like, you can't be out here just looking for a nigga who
got it all together.
Just ready-made to come into a household and lead a household when you know that. In our generation, most niggas grew up without that. I was the only nigga on my block with a daddy. Like, I was the only nigga in my family, in my immediate family with my cousins that had a consistent father. Like,
I'm sorry for your community.
It was
I
tough.
was the only kid for a while whose parents were like still together type shit. Like,
Well, say, what community did you live in, Terry?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Roseland. What the fuck you
So people from Roseland don't have fathers, guys. Is what we do.
I said on my block.
Except Terry.
In the early 2000s on 102nd and Wallace, I was the only nigga with a dad. Like,
we only talking 8 houses, guys.
Yeah, it's like it wasn't the whole.
You supposed went through the whole hood.
His block.
On my block.
He said on his block.
From his
on
block.
his block specifically,
Terry
okay?
from off one block out there.
He said when you cross the street right here, they had dads.
Yeah.
They had dads down there.
That block ain't even
It
there no
was
more.
this block, fatherless ass kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. But
He wrote a man on that street.
They was looking at you. Who the fuck this nigga think he is? Dad having ass.
nah, niggas like me and my dad. We
That's
was some
good.
niggas.
That's the only role
So do you
models
feel like
they
your
had.
dad was like,
The
was
block
that something
dad?
that you learned from him? Like, was he like out like what he put out to other children? Did you admire him for that? No.
He wasn't fucking with other kids on the block.
Oh man,
Nah.
I'm looking for something.
Nah.
I'm looking for something.
He fucked with my big cousin though. My big cousin had a lot of like father issues, and he kind of embraced my big cousin, so that shit was dope. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? But
okay.
like the block though, he wasn't fucking with niggas like that.
Okay.
Like he wasn't fucking
Okay.
with niggas. But yeah, so as far as what I saw growing up, you know what I'm saying, like as far as marriage is concerned, like I said, my parents are still married, but it was real dysfunctional. It was like real dysfunctional. And I always say I would have rather saw my parents separate and happy than together and dysfunctional. I can't really say I wish it went that way because I don't know where I would have ended up if I would have ended up at my mom's. I probably would have ended up with my father just because my mom like seemed like she just didn't want a kid for real. So like, I probably would have ended up with my dad, which probably would have been a smooth situation if he was in a situation where he could really like
Be the one to
be the nigga that
focus
he
on
should have
you,
been
yeah.
and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? But because I saw that dysfunction, my views on marriage is like,
Hell no.
nah, it's not hell no. It's an option. It's not a goal. Because I think that's the thing. with My
Okay.
parents, they made it a
Okay.
goal. Like they made it like we have to do this. Because that's the other thing. I'm an only child.
So that kind of leads to my next question.
What's that?
Do you feel like, because I mean, if people that be watching and know your story and so forth, you left the home at like what, 14?
17.
17.
14 is crazy.
I feel like you said they kicked you
Damn,
out once
Annie.
at 14, but you came back.
Nah, no. They kicked me out. My mama took me to jail when I was a kid.
So that's even worse.
I was like 10.
All right, so moving on. So you got kicked out at 17.
Yeah.
I feel like if it was so dysfunctional, like you start like getting your feet wet in regards to them, like we recently, like going back around and like seeing.
When I hired Carter, so 24.
Okay, so do you feel like their relationship got better, like with you outside the house? And if not, then why the fuck did they stay together? If they did it, if you feel like they did it for the kid, like they did it for you, why is it that when you were gone?
I think they molded their lives into a way where they need each other financially. Like I don't know if they can survive on their own, like or at least live the quality of life they want to live separately
Without each other? Okay.
I think they waited too long, effectively.
Okay.
But I just never felt like they liked each other. Like, so the situation was my dad was engaged to a lady. She was fine as fuck. So he showed me a picture of her. Like, he was engaged.
That was what he was doing on them drafts.
He had
Papa
a bad
was a
bitch.
Rolling Stone.
Pops had a bad bitch, and like he was engaged.
So what you saying?
His mom's not a bad bitch. You heard him.
I would never call my mom a
playing
bad
out
bitch. That's crazy. That's crazy. I can call my,
But the other lady could have been your OG though.
but she's not.
But she's not. He wouldn't be Terry Roseland. He would probably be like Terry fucking Matson or
Terry
something.
Aurora.
Teddy McNeil.
Terry Robbins.
Oh, hell no.
Teddy McNeil.
But nah, so he was engaged to this lady and he was working with my mom. They worked together at McDonald's. It was like being engaged at McDonald's.
Damn.
But they worked together.
That's what niggas was working at though at the time.
That ass.
He was
And
okay. He was young then.
Yeah, he cheated with my mom. He was 24, she was 21. So they weren't that young. But he had went AWOL from the army or some shit. Yeah, some crazy shit.
You sound like my uncle. Hold on, now, goddamn it.
So basically he cheated with my mom, got pregnant. He told me that he left the woman to be with my mom and raise me. I'm like, I think she probably left you. Like,
I'm pretty sure she heard you had a baby on the way and left you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Like,
so, but I never knew this, but according to my family, you know, my mom was like wild. Like she was running around. My dad pulling up. She just pulled off with a nigga. My cousin's 10 years old trying to lie for her and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like crazy
he
shit.
probably said.
So your mother was bad.
I don't know. But
she was probably a baddie.
She was doing whatever she was doing, but she wasn't really trying
bad,
to
like
be like
terrorizing some shit.
Like she was doing whatever she was doing. So that was what it was, and they decided to work it out, but it just didn't seem like it was a real fit. They got married when I was 10. Right? They had the worst fight I remember them having when we got home from the wedding. Shit was crazy. Shit went the fuck up. Like it literally went the fuck up. Like,
yeah, that'll fuck up marriage for you for sure.
But so again, I'm not
gonna lie. After 10 years, our fucking baby's 10. I don't need a marriage.
Yeah.
I don't need a marriage. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. And the moment this shit stopped working out, like tonight when we got married, we can just go our separate ways. God damn it. Because why is we arguing?
Yeah, it was crazy. And I feel like...
That is insane.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, it didn't spoil marriage for me. Because it was like, I saw value in like having two parents in the household. Because even though it was dysfunctional, like I feel like I didn't get into a lot of shit in my neighborhood because I was more scared of my daddy than niggas in my neighborhood. Yeah. So it's like,
and that's a good thing.
My daddy would kill all of us. I'm not going with y'all niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I felt. So
yeah,
I see the value of that part of it, but at the same time, like I'm not gonna be in a situation where I'm so unhappy, you know, that my kid could feel it. You know what I'm saying?
You're still gonna stay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just wasn't. I don't think it was a beneficial situation to none of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think like that probably plays a key role in like why I'm down to do it too. Cause it's just like I'm also so down to be like.
Imagine sitting at a dinner table every night with two people who don't like each other. Imagine
yeah, like that is terrible to
every
even
day.
Put a kid in that situation.
Yeah.
You know, and then I mean it's different for me because I'm definitely not gonna let my kids see that. Like you're not even seeing it between your parents. Like this is me and someone that I brought into your life.
Yeah.
So I would never allow that shit to happen.
Yeah. So your nigga skating on thin ice is what you're saying.
No, it's just I won't say skating on thin ice. It's just first of all, we barely argue. And so it's just like, but if it ever gets to the point where it's like we cannot even control ourselves in front of my child, like that's where it becomes an issue. Because now we're bringing her into this situation that she didn't even ask to be in and that I have full control over. For sure.
So yeah, I think, you know, again, for me, marriage, optional. I see the value in it. It's something I would like to do, but I'm not a nigga that's fighting through hell and high water to stay married to somebody or stay in a relationship with somebody. Absolutely. So looking at everything we just discussed about marriage, the ups and downs, the realistic side of it, the fantasy side of it, whatever the case may be, understanding that majority of marriages don't work. And then even the ones that stay together, a lot of them fail. I think right now, 49% of married couples are in therapy, which could be good or bad. Right?
I feel like that's a good thing.
But in most cases, most people go to therapy when shit is out of control.
Yeah, there's rarely people that
do it ahead of time.
Yeah, and that's low-key a standard for me.
It should be.
It's a requirement.
It should be.
Yeah.
Therapy is dope.
People don't like talking about their problems, and that's where a lot of shit.
Yeah. So with everything you know about marriage, the good, the bad, the ups, the downs, the sunshine and the rain, what makes you feel confident like moving forward in that direction?
Honestly, everything that we discussed tonight, like the fact that I saw a partnership, like I saw a real partnership, and I don't think that it has anything to do with the times. I don't think that it has anything to do with, because don't get me wrong, my parents definitely faced a lot of shit that could have made them go the opposite direction. They just handled it in a really healthy way. So it's like, even that shit is like, let's even showing me that it can be handled in that way is like, damn, why wouldn't I want to do this? I've never been one of the type of people that want to like be involved in different situations, hopping around, always looking up, dealing with this person, that person, whatever, and never having any stability in a relationship. Yeah, shit. And I feel like after 30, like it comes with like, that you have to change certain standards, certain compromises, like certain everything in order to really make something work. Like we can't be young anymore, cutting motherfuckers off as soon as they do this one thing. You'll never have anyone. Yeah. So it's like everything changes. So, and then it's to the point where like I will also leave. Like I will leave. I'm not one of them people that's going to stick around for the bullshit. I'm not somebody that's going to try to power through everything. I have my non-negotiables. I have my standards. I have my things that I'm totally not willing to accept. That I know, even if I was placed with it, I would feel the same way. Mm-hmm. And so it's just like, even with that confidence, it's just like, and then too, like, nigga, I don't want nothing that you have when I leave. Like, we just need to just split.
You say that now.
I understand that everybody says that, but I got my own shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but if you could have this shit.
If I could have the shit, I would want what was mine, what I earned though. Like if we built a business together or we did some shit together or then cool. But like
to play devil's advocate, and the women there's some validity to this. Mm-hmm. Who's to say what you earned when you're doing the things that he don't have to worry about, even though you're not direct? You might not be direct. For example, Jeff Bezos was building Amazon. His wife was at home taking care of kids. Motherfucking parent-teacher conference. It was a lot of shit he didn't have to deal with.
Yeah, that's why the court decides what goes into that. Like you having the time to build Amazon came from your wife being able to take care of home. So yes, that all plays a part, of course. Yeah, so naturally.
Not half.
And not half. No. And I will hope that the courts will be able to come to something that works. And if it doesn't, then we'll come up with something. I would just hope that everything would be like, damn, nigga, do I gotta fight you to leave? Like, or do I gotta fight you for my hard-earned money? Like, I would just want to just be done.
So it's like when Ross said you went with me shooting in the gym. It's like, nigga, you wouldn't have had time to be in the gym.
And if you wasn't with me, then you wasn't. And let's just go about our way and let's just be cool on it. Because I want to keep my view of marriage positive. Mm-hmm. In case I want to get married again.
Triple married.
That's just it. That would be, no, I would do what?
I'm not even double yet, but triple married.
Right. I'm not even one yet. The hell? I would be double married if I got married again.
Is this the first time I got left hanging?
Yeah, you deserve to get left hanging for that. Like, what triple married? What do you mean? I've never been married before.
What's that?
It's like you wishing on my downfall. Like, damn, he say my second husband ain't even gonna work out, and he know that already. You just said some shit that you can foresee.
I'm saying like you like a lot of shit, right? Like you like bags, cars, shoes.
Who?
Do you like bags? Do you like cars?
What kind of, like, what?
Do you like bags or not?
Are we talking about, like, where did this conversation even just go?
I'm just asking you a question.
Okay, Terry,
yes or no?
What kind of bags are we talking about?
Whatever bag you like.
Yeah.
Okay, you like shoes and shit?
Yeah, I wear them. I have to.
Would you want multiple pairs of them?
I have multiple pairs.
So when you like things, you want more of them. You like marriage?
What is this getting? All I'm saying
you wouldn't want to do it more than once, is what I'm saying.
If marriage didn't work out, I would hope to leave with a positive view of marriage in case I wanted to do it again.
Right. But it's like Six Flags.
My dad's been married
How many times you been to Six Flags?
Hella.
You think a wedding would be more fun than Six Flags?
Dad. I thought you said Joe Guy been married twice. I was
no,
say, damn.
Fuck no. Hell no.
Do you think a marriage would be more fun than Six Flags? A wedding would be more fun than Six Flags? The wedding? Would you only want to do it once is my question.
I will hope that this is going to be my only marriage. Like, I really want this to be my only marriage.
I'm just saying.
However.
If it's lit.
This is crazy. You are fucking dumb. This is insane. This man is insane. No, I would. My dad got married twice.
Imagine celebrating your birthday one time. Okay, I'm ready to go. You got Cam's Corner?
That would be crazy.
It would be crazy.
Cam's Corner. I don't have Cam. Damn, I feel like I should have made what I just said my last spiel. Cam's Corner.
Okay, maybe rushing through this. Do you have any more questions about marriage?
No, shit. I mean, I guess I could ask you something, huh? Because you was married.
I did 10. I was
Why
like a
you
veteran.
say like jail?
I did.
It's similar. Why you think niggas be crying at the altar?
Okay, BW.
It's 2 times you see niggas cry when they get sentenced and when they get married. And it's probably the same feeling.
Now I feel different about the women that be online talking about my nigga better cry when he see me walk down this south.
Like this is the last pussy
He
I'll
probably
ever get.
will, bitch, if you a problem.
And it's on the way.
Talking about this on the way coming towards me right now. And I just got this shit yesterday. And I gotta get this shit tomorrow.
I gotta get it tonight.
Damn.
Wrapped in new white underwear.
Well, guys,
I'm trolling right now. I fucked
clearly.
up. I think I'm gonna cry with my wife. But
You just said something about getting married, though. I feel like you would do it.
I feel like that too.
Okay.
I said that. I said it's an option.
I feel like it's gonna be like 100 boxes a bitch got to check, but you would do it.
100 boxes she gotta jump through.
Got it.
Check.
Damn, not the hula hoops too.
Package. Like.
She got to do everything. to the box.
FedEx.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
gonna be
Wrap
tough.
it up and ship it, right? It's gonna be tough. It's probably gonna be the easiest thing that ever happened to you, and that's the crazy part. That's what niggas say. Like it's gonna be so fucking hard for a bitch to and the bitch come and
She just her.
just her. Like, yeah, that's
Just
how
her.
it go though.
Yeah.
Like that's really how it goes.
I hope it do go like that.
Yeah, I hope it do for you too, because it's
it
just
do.
like I would hate for you to marry somebody that like you had to like
We don't even be allowing
power
her to be
struggle
her.
through. Like, you know, I would want the bitch to be coming like
Yeah,
you
we don't allow them to be hers. I feel like
Did-
we done had a few people who was trying to be her, and we was, you know, I done had a few, like one or two.
and you was like, nah,
What happened?
G.
yeah, I wasn't.
What happened?
Because she was trying, or because you just didn't see that in her.
Because I just said, you know, I don't be wanting to really. I don't.
Well, then, if you wasn't ready, then she wasn't her. See, and this the point I'm making right now.
She can be her and you not be ready.
No, that's not true. Jody, can you
She
get
can
on
be
the
her
fucking
and you
mic,
not
please?
be
'Cause
ready.
These niggas is not understanding what the fuck I'm saying. No, she can't.
I feel like, yeah, you can be her and you not be ready.
No,
It's the one that got away.
Sing at the right time.
No.
Oh, she said get married when you 12.
There's no such thing as it ain't, we didn't say it's a such thing as the right time.
No.
We can say you could not be ready.
No such thing as the wrong time.
Yeah, that's
What do you mean
let's
by
keep
that?
that going because I don't
Whoever
know what
you're
that
supposed
is.
to be with is who you're going to be with, and it's gonna be easy. Like,
When
that's
that-
what it is.
Her is gonna be her. Like, it's the right time. Like,
It's too many single people out here for
It's
that
like
to be true.
It's like an Ed Sheeran song. Y'all listen to Ed Sheeran. It's like an Ed Sheeran song.
It's too many single people out here for what Jody just
Listen
said
to
be
Ed
true.
Sheeran.
Like the stats don't support your theory, Jody. I'm
Statue
sorry.
never supports Jody's theory.
Ah,
Oh shit, we finna get deep. We finna get deep in this bitch.
first of all, don't do that to my fucking girl. Don't do that. Don't do that to her.
And you fucking lying anyway.
Exactly.
This ain't my specialty, so.
Yeah, you gotta keep her on the sex shit, cause the soulmate shit, like
Cause the stats be stacked.
we not fucking with the soulmate shit at all.
I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Yeah. So what was the question? I'm sorry. Will I get
didn't have-
married?
No,
Again?
you answered that.
Yeah, I would definitely.
I said it was gonna be like she was gonna have to power through, but I would hope that like you wouldn't. have to
A
deal
woman
with
will
that.
have to be making my life so much more easy. That's literally the thing that would get her married. I don't care how good her pussy is. I don't care how good she look. But if she making my life like a lot easier, like simple, my memory coming back because I ain't
I'm
stressed the fuck out.
screaming. He say
Like,
my
that shit-
CTE
That
fading,
shit's over with.
Yeah, like
CTE healing and shit.
yeah,
That shit's
that's
over
crazy. And I see the
It's
potential.
actually want to remember things.
Y'all ever been around a woman who just be taking care of little shit around you? Like it could be the smallest shit. It could be like some shit finna fall out your pocket. She grab it, stick it back in, dig it, like getting boogers at you. Like she just she just
Bitch, you
doing shit.
better put my wallet back in my pocket. Fuck.
I might
It's
keep
just
it
like-
for a
that
day.
ain't no make shit
I
in
might
it,
wait
bitch.
till you
That's
realize it's
courtesy.
gone. I don't
That's
know.
Kurt. What are you
I'm
talking
just
about?
saying, like,
But I get what you mean though. Like when you say like the little shit, like the shit that niggas don't.
Yeah,
Niggas
but
just
the
don't.
shit he said he should be married already. Cause bitch, you put my wallet back in my pocket. You start falling out.
say your bar's in hell.
Anybody better do that. Fuck you.
Your bars in hell.
Let
You
me
gonna
back
steal
there. I don't
my
know.
wallet? Fuck
But
you
like I
mean?
feel like for example,
What
like
is he talking about?
for example, Raimi, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's a prime example. Like when she's around, she just be doing shit
Mm-hmm.
like that need to be done, but I wouldn't have noticed it until she did it.
Mm-hmm.
Type shit. It's a lot of women like that,
Jody's kind of the same way though.
and Jody might be the same way. I don't know. Is Jody the same
When
way?
she bought those sandwiches on that road trip.
Jody bought the sandwiches on the road trip. Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess I gave it to you, Jody, because I knew you felt some type of way. See, I know Jody. You played with Jody. You played in her face.
Play with Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We've
Like,
been on Cam's Corner for hours. We said dope on this motherfucker.
I said I didn't have one, and this nigga said, maybe we need to slow down. And we've been talking about 20 things
We
since.
at Terry's Tavern.
I'm like, shit, I got 2 corners now. Hello.
So you like Avon with the corners.
I done fucking elevated in this bitch. I'm spreading out. I'm on 79th and 78th.
We sell a kill on this corner. You hear me?
Nah, but I do think women with those qualities are like, you know.
Man, what qualities? You didn't even.
The quality of life.
They put your wallet back in your pocket.
Yeah,
The women who make your life easier. Yeah, but I would need that like times 10 is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like she had to be super,
That.
just doing shit.
Yeah. You just need a bitch that's a nanny for a living and she really like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to stop
All right.
fucking with the dancers and fuck with the nannies.
I'm saying she got a hand feed them kelp. Oh,
Small Cam's Corner, okay?
oh shit, we back?
As you guys know, always sticking to the topic. I don't have many things to say in this Cam's Corner. Pretty simple. Get married if that's what you desire to do. Understand that marriage is not a fucking fairy tale. Like, marriage doesn't make everything just go right when you decide that you want to get married. You're still going to go through shit, trials, tribulations. Don't settle and then choose marriage. If you're going to settle in a relationship at this day and time, that's your damn business. But do not get married and settle too. You are in for some shit. Seriously. Like, once you lock in, that is not easy to just divorce a person. Like, yes, you can divorce them, but if a person gonna give you a hard time, like Terry said, then no, it's not easy to just walk away. So make sure that it's something that you want to do because you want to do it. Like, honestly, I learned with a man and a woman. So when you're looking for a wife or a husband, I feel like you need to find somebody that really wants to be a wife. Like, not just somebody that wants a husband. You need to find somebody who really wants to be a husband, not somebody just wants a wife. Because there are men out here and women out here that are just looking for somebody to serve them, period. They think that marriage is like, this nigga's supposed to pay all my bills. He's supposed to do all of this for me. I'm never supposed to have to worry about shit again, blah, 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 blah. And then there's niggas out here that's like, oh, this woman gonna cook, clean. She gonna do this, she gonna do that. She gonna stay home. It's men out here that think that a woman not supposed to work. It's men out here that think like a whole bunch of shit. So those are conversations that you need to have before you dare thinking about locking in with somebody to do something that you hope is gonna last for the rest of your life. Like, that's crazy. So it's like, make sure that your views align. Make sure that, like, this was 2 years ago, I would have never said yes to my nigga. Like, a man who didn't even view marriage the right way. He would have only just saw me as like, yeah, bitch, but you would be a good wife though. Like, I don't want to be a husband, but I'll marry you. Like, niggas that say shit like that. Like, beware of that type of shit. Like, when a person really is not trying to be everything that covers the plateau, everything that comes with the title, taking care of, nurturing, understanding, like, there is no outs to this shit, then do not marry that person, period. And don't just do it because a nigga can buy you a ring. Don't just do it because a nigga can give you a good wedding, a big wedding, a bomb wedding. Don't do it because your friends gonna be jealous. Don't do it because you're the last one in the family to not do it. Don't do it. Like, just realize that it's not that big of a thing. Like he said, making it an option and not a goal. The only thing that should be goal about it is that you're going in and knowing that it's healthy. That's it. But just to get married, like willing to accept any nigga that's willing to marry you, or at this point, you're 40 and bald, and any woman that's willing to say yeah, just don't do that. That's how niggas end up with $0 every day.
40 and balling and just be crazy. Want to marry a bitch is crazy.
My baby daddy.
if I'm 40 and balling.
Shout out to my baby.
If I'm 40 and balling, I'm damn near cool.
My baby daddy is definitely 40 and he's definitely balding. And I'm pretty sure that he wished that he could marry a bitch.
Oh, you said balding? I thought you said balling. I was
No.
like a nigga. Oh, okay. I thought you meant
Why
like
would
having,
I say 40 and balling?
I thought you said having paper. You want to
No.
marry somebody and you 40 with paper? No, I'm not marrying anybody. You said
but
balding.
yeah, like, just choose wisely and
40 and balding is damn.
just realize,
It's possible.
like, this is
Niggas
something
is
that's
20
that is
balding.
meant. You want it to last a long time. So put in all the fucking work and research that you want to make it last, and go to therapy. Like that's literally a standard for me. Like I'm not getting married before we go to therapy, and that's just it. Even though we get along great, we're a lot alike. But I just feel like at any point, day and time, we could be different. Because just because you get married doesn't mean you grow at the same pace. So he could elevate at one point in time and I'm not. Or vice versa. And we still need to be on the same accord when that happens. And that comes with therapy. So, yes. My black queens and kings marry each other. That's another thing.
Moja.
Marry each other. Marry each other. Stop swirling.
We will not have
Stop
it.
killing your lineage.
We will not have it all.
Please stop killing the lineage, y'all. For real. The white people are dying off, and that means we need to have more.
Or get you one of these Venezuelans.
Let's go. No, what is wrong with you? I just said don't kill the fucking lineage,
That's
y'all.
a great
And this
combination.
nigga talking about go get a Venezuelan.
That's a great
your camera
combination.
died. You
A
gotta
nigga
change
and a
up.
Venezuelan, baby.
Cam's Corner.
Your camera
I
died.
know.
And we're out.
We're not out because my camera died.
Oh.
Nigga, I said protect the lineage, and you talking about go get a fucking bitch that can't speak English.
For sure. That's
No,
protecting
you're
the
African
lineage.
saying this.
He gonna hide crabs.
Oh, man. You tell us.
Yeah, ain't
What
none of
happened?
them bitches healthy for sure. Did y'all just see in California what they approved? $3.1 billion
What?
healthcare for all fucking immigrants, period.
I need to find how to
Full
subscribe with
healthcare.
I need
That's
to
the
find out how
wildest
to
shit that I
subscribe
ever
with that.
fucking heard of
You-
in my life.
we can use
That is the
some of
reason
that.
I'm quitting my job right now.
Jody, we can definitely get your social and do that for sure. They'll give you,
She is Mexican.
but they don't know. I might go just get me a fake personality.
Why don't you just go fuck a bitch and get married to her? And then,
I done seen some bad videos too. Like 2 or 3. Like 2 or 3.
Hey, Mark Giddy said the same thing.
I
let's
feel
wrap
like
this up.
calling them Vinnies is a red flag. Don't
Yeah,
call them
like,
that.
oh my
Don't call them
God.
that.
Alright.
You say Vinny, I automatically think about
Okay, cool.
So don't call it ass Vinnies. Call it ass Zwaylands or something.
Oh, okay.
Cam, what the fuck? Where the fuck are you going?
Sorry. Oh.
It's crazy.
Got off
Alright.
to the Bennies.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, so wrapping up. It is
Damn,
one
I
thing.
wish I could remember what I said. When did my camera die?
Like 2 sentences before the
Cam's
end.
Corner.
It's one thing I disagree with Cam's Corner.
Wow.
If a nigga is if a nigga
I can't even
balling,
take what you finna say
they
seriously
wanna
because
get
your nostrils are flaring.
that's when I'm lying.
On troll, G. Please get the fuck on.
Put this mic over my shit. Look, I feel like if a nigga is balling and willing to give a girl a wedding and she know that she's not gonna work, then she gonna end up with 2 weddings. So I think she do it. Also, I wanted to ask a question before it's over, because why not do it twice? And then, do you see any similarities, or you think it's gonna be any similarities between your parents' marriage and your marriage?
Absolutely
from
not.
what you see so far.
Absolutely not. I didn't even talk about the dysfunctionality that my parents experienced before I was born.
Right.
Like when I came along, yes, they had their shit together by then, but oh, my dad was a motherfucker, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I will absolutely not be using that as blueprint. If I did, I would be my baby daddy.
That wasn't the question. I wasn't asking you, is it a blueprint? I was asking you, do you think there's gonna be any similarity? Like, whatever it might be. Like, for example, my daddy was like the comedian of the house.
Okay.
Nigga was
so,
funny as shit. I be making bitches
okay,
laugh.
yeah.
That's my thing.
Mm.
Oh,
That's a
I
terrible
wasn't gonna say
thing to
bitches for the rest of
say.
2024, and I said it.
You did.
I'm about to take a shot.
And I was gonna ask y'all.
You might as well not. You're almost there.
I was gonna ask y'all how many times I said bitch before the end of the show, and I fucked it up.
But anyways, okay, yes. In that regard, no.
Okay.
Still no. No. My mom never really worked. She was pretty much, my dad made the money, my mom put it where it needed to be.
So that was like Troy and
Who was Troy?
Fences. Never mind.
Have I ever fully seen that movie? I don't think
Y'all
so.
seen Fences?
Yeah.
When he used to bring the bread home.
Yeah.
I could lie.
Oh, he could go, yeah. Like he could go fuck a bitch if that's what you want to do type shit. I don't know. But
I was saying how he was bringing the money home and giving it to his wife, and she was like,
That's what they did back in the day. though.
yeah, that's literally what they did. Like, yeah. Like it was terrible that women couldn't have bank accounts because they needed them because men were dumb. Still to this day, dumb. But yes, my mom handled all the money. Don't get me wrong, there were times when my mom worked, but it was literally because she just wanted extra money. Like she just wanted that money to go in her pocket. Like me and my mom would go shopping every day. Every Friday she got paid. So in that aspect, no, like I'm gonna have my own shit. Like it's gonna be to the point where like if you need some shit, like I got some shit for you. Like I don't think there was ever a point like for real in my dad's. He just so happened to have like a great setup, a great life. But I don't think there was ever a point that he could have turned to my mom and been like, I need this much money or this, and she could have gave it to him. Like I'm only speaking from the financial aspect. Don't get me wrong. My mom's a great home taker, great caretaker. She created 3 amazing kids. We're all successful, like whatever. But in the aspect of like financial, no, he couldn't turn around and be, she might make some shake. Like she might, but she gonna have to go get that loan in his name because he didn't know how to do that type of stuff. But it's still gonna be his responsibility at the end of the day. You're not gonna be able to just pull out $5 grand, 10 grand. And me, if that's what you need, I got it.
Okay.
And I just wanna be, especially in this day and time. Maybe back then shit, that didn't need to be the case. Maybe there was never a point. My dad worked for fucking Ford. He was making buku cash back then. So it's like maybe if there would never be a point where he needed to do that. But in this day and age of society, I don't know what the fuck. My man also works for Ford, by the way. So it's that's our similarity.
Yeah. See, there you go. Look, you wasn't even.
Yeah. Factory workers, trade workers, I'll say. Consistent money. Good money. Benefits. I sound like my mom. Okay.
Mom taught you well. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but no, seriously, like that was just like what it was. So no, in that aspect, I definitely want to be able to. I don't gotta come the same way. I don't gotta come as heavy, like, but I want to be able to have that same type of support if necessary.
For sure. All right, that's all we got for y'all niggas today. I'm gonna pull my mic down. I ain't lying no more. We got a podcast class vision board situation this Saturday. This episode's coming out Wednesday morning, so y'all niggas got time to go buy the motherfucking ticket. It's like $20.
Facts.
We're gonna be teaching the podcast shit, but also making vision boards. So even if you don't want to do a podcast, even if you want to make a vision board for your 2024 and talk about, realistic business shit. We not out here telling y'all that we was at McDonald's a year ago and we millionaires now and we finna teach y'all to buy this course and no shit like that. This ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Niggas
all
been
a
working.
climb.
Other shit we've been working on for 5 years and, we having some success. So if you want to make a vision board, talk about, some of the keys to, what it take to.
And honestly, if you've never
work
done
hard
a
and move
vision
forward,
board
let's do it.
before, like a vision board before, like that shit is fun as hell. Like people be like, oh, that's pointless. Like you just finna, but in reality, I just did one. And I feel like as I was like looking at the shit, looking at the pictures, like I'm envisioning that like aspect of my life. Like I'm cutting out pictures of the plane. I'm thinking about them trips. Like I'm cutting out pictures of money and I'm thinking about saving that money. Like, so just come and like create some manifestation for yourself. Cause
Yep, when you put your ideas on paper, you bring them into the real world.
Absolutely.
So
for sure.
there you go. We out, niggas.